Native Honor Hours.
Hello, hello. Welcome back. It's a new semester and we're in a new place. You want to tell them where we are?
A new year.
A new year.
It's
New
been-
offices.
New offices. New. All we need is new you, huh?
I was thinking
We
new
can
you.
replace
We
you.
did.
That would,
You
that would
have
be
a new me.
perfect.
You have me.
That would be fabulous.
You have me 3.0.
No, she's much better than you.
No. I can't see. She's my daughter, so I can't even disagree.
Hey. Well, it's been a while since we've been on.
I know.
Probably a good thing. Anybody miss us out there?
Yes.
I doubt it. Kenny missed us. It was that pizza on Thursday afternoon.
I have a listening.
He had to spend money for dinner on Thursday evening.
I have a listening public. They come for me.
No, they don't.
just tolerate you.
No. I've got grandkids out there that demand my appearance. This is for my grandkids. So no, they don't want you to wave at
Sure
them.
they do.
Yeah, they'll start crying.
Monica, have you ever had therapy because of living with him, or do you just? I have to understand how you can still smile after living with this for that long.
With this.
True. If I was married to you, they'd have found you buried in the backyard.
Oh, see, there's a fallacy in your statement there. If you would have married, that never would have happened.
I wouldn't.
Never would have happened.
Oh, you'd have loved me. You just could have never got me.
Please. All right, well, we're on, and it's been, in the
I
last time
wish
we
you
were
could
on.
see this beautiful building. We are.
Oh,
in a
we are
beautiful
broadcasting
building.
from
The beautiful new.
the beautiful, plush, high-tech, clean.
Clean.
I've had several people say to me, "Man, you can tell those bathrooms up there are nicer than ever."
Do you want to know the bad news for you? Ed
We
now
can't use
has
them.
Ed now has an office in the CEC. If you don't clean up your office, they're going to complain.
We should explain what the CEC is.
The Community Engagement Center.
The Barbara White's Community Engagement Center here on the campus of University of Nebraska at Omaha. I have to tell you this funny story. I was driving Landon Heaton home last night.
Uh-huh.
We were driving down Dodge Street, and this building faces Dodge Street, which is the main street in Omaha.
Mm-hmm.
And I was taking him home, and I said, "Hey, there's my new office building, that new building." And we were stopped at a light, and he goes, "You mean the ba." I said, "No, Barbara." The ba.
See,
That's
we
not
laugh,
funny?
but that shakes my head. That makes me shake my head about what are we teaching our kids in school.
Anyway, we're at the Barbara White's Community Engagement Center. We are, since we've been gone, we made
When
applications.
was our last show?
It was before the
Film festival.
Film festival.
So we've been gone for over a month.
Over 2 months.
Wow.
And he didn't even miss us. Well,
They
besides
did.
Kenny.
They missed us.
Did you
They
guys
missed
miss us?
Yeah, they missed us.
See, look, it's my granddaughter.
Yay.
She's saying hi.
I hope all our old friends are listening. I would
Yay,
like.
see that? See,
Ava's
she's clapping for
me.
you.
Oh. I'd like to send
For
out.
me, not
no,
you.
me too. Ava
she's
would
not.
like me. I'm a grandma.
But it's been since the film festival, and a lot has happened. Shall we spend some time filling in on what's happened?
Sure.
I see Gretchen Bogart and that pepperoni pizza over there.
You are such a stoner.
I am. That's me. I'm stoner. We had I would say, a very successful film festival.
Wowzers. That's all I have to say. About
You
the
you
film
probably
festival.
don't even remember it's been so long ago, do
Wowzers.
you?
Yeah, I do. It was double the numbers we had last year.
Are you
And
sure
the
it was
universi-
double?
Yeah. And the university has already said that we absolutely must do it again next year.
Who said that?
Dr. Ship and Mr. Freeman.
That we absolutely must
Yes,
do it?
that it's one of it, we were in the Omaha World Herald. We can't even get
Gretchen
powwow.
was.
Yeah.
Sherman was.
And Eric.
Frankie was.
We can't even get powwow in the Omaha World Herald. And next year they want us to let us know farther in advance so they can send some reporters to cover the films.
Also, that means they're going to talk to me then, huh?
Uh-huh.
Shall we tell
the
them who
only
we had?
people I talk to at the film festival are people that cause trouble.
I
That's
did
me
too.
and-
I
me and
was.
Gretchen are muscle.
I was too. That was my assignment, to talk to people, the person who caused the most trouble.
Me,
No,
Gary.
Gary.
I swear to God, community, we've had our last Gary Farmer Film Festival in any way, shape, or form. The man needs some therapy.
No, we love Gary.
You love Gary. By the end of the film festival, I was ready to drive him to that airplane 3 days early and make sure that he got on it.
No, it was fun. In hindsight, it was a little work, but
In
it's
hi-
fun.
Oh yeah, Gary's watching.
Gary's not watching us.
Gary's not watching. I can say whatever I want.
But we had very successful. We had not only Gary Farmer, but we had
Irene Bedard.
Irene Bedard.
And who else?
Chris Eyre.
I
And
mean,
then we had the
for
Kamar,
our
one of
listening
your
public,
relatives.
this is huge. I mean, we got, now I forgot his name. I said it one second. Chris Eyre. We got Chris Eyre to come to the University of Nebraska at Omaha. He is only the most famous Native American director on the planet.
You know what though? I talked to my students, or I'd say Chris Eyre, and they're like,
I know. You know what's sad though? I was talking to the Native kids about it, and they were
and they're
like,
the same way.
but you know what? That's why they're here at the University of
To
Nebraska at
learn.
Omaha, where we educate them about who the truly important, and something kind of big came out of that film festival, didn't it? You want to talk about that for a minute?
Was that the bill?
Our very own Ed Zendejas is potentially involved in a documentary with Chris Eyre and Gary Farmer about the mascot.
I probably shouldn't mention that,
Why?
because it's not.
It's
not.
gonna happen. I have faith. We'll make it happen.
No, see, you'll
only-
jinx everything.
The only fallback I see, the only problem I really see is you're
You.
the academic help. And if they're depending on your academia, it could be a short film.
Come on, Kenny, you got my back on this one, don't you? See,
Kenny's eating, leave him be.
no,
Kenny
we.
agrees with whoever feeds him.
Then whose pizza is he eating right now?
Uh-huh, Zendejas's. I'll agree with anything Monica ever says. It's you I have issues with.
I'm waiting for her to say he's the smartest man alive. She didn't have my back. She wasn't thinking quick enough. See?
Sarah, I'm afraid I'm gonna need you and Jordan, you and Gretchen and Cassie to speak up for me. You're my people.
Shall I explain to them what happened?
We're not anybody's.
Sure.
We're our own people.
Well, here's
Oh, snippy old woman.
here's sort of what happened, and it happened in public. So I'm not making this up. I have people to. Was this on tape even? No, probably not. After one of the films, we had a question and answer period, and I think it was the first film. Someone asked Gary, "So what do you have plans in the future? What's coming up?" And then he says, "Well, I want to make a documentary with Ed and I on this mascot thing based on his book stuff." And I'm like, "Come on, Gary, quit messing with me." And then he was serious, because we have been talking about this for. But you talk to
You've
somebody.
been talking about this for quite some time.
Yeah, you talk to just like, oh yeah, you just filling in time, that kind of stuff. And because I'm sure it's kind of like when Cassie was in class said, "When are the smart people gonna? How come they're not saying anything?" So I was like, yeah, one of the real movie guys, smart. You're not gonna be involved in this. But we discussed it, and we were talking about this, and we went to dinner. I went to dinner with them.
And left me and Gretchen alone to deal with the only crazy moment of the entire film festival.
There was Chris Eyre, Irene Bedard, Gary, and Shirley, and I thought it was kind of interesting because they were ordering wine, and they kind of knew the wine stuff. I'm like, wow, Indians ordering wine instead of bring me a 12-pack.
Usually,
Keep it
though,
coming.
if Indians drink wine, it's Annie Green Springs or Boone's. Do you remember Boone's? Is that a generational thing?
No.
Boone's Farm or something like
but,
that was big when I was in high school.
But the bottle emptied pretty quick, and but it was fun. And to hear them, Chris Eyre, he's a nut.
I never got to visit him.
Did you get a chance to?
In the car.
Is he?
Pick them up
Was he nice to you, or is he kind of a nut?
He's a nut, but
He-
he's nice.
Put some alcohol in him too. He's a
You
fun
know
guy to
what,
be
though?
around.
I really have not met anybody that Cassie doesn't like. We
I
will
know
say
that
She's
kind of
the
skews
nicest
your,
person in the world.
because she's like, oh, he was nice. But
Well,
everybody's
remember,
nice.
he's Cheyenne Arapaho, so she's a little prejudiced in his favor.
A little bit. But we talked about that, and actually, what I'm doing now, and I've got Kenny here, is my his educational resource. No, I'm teaching an Indian mascot class this semester.
Mhm.
Ordinarily, I teach it during the summers, but I'm teaching it this time around.
I know, and it's very popular. I've had a lot of kids contact me about getting in your class.
That's just because I'm popular.
You're a good teacher. I don't like to say good things about you. I really don't.
I know you don't.
Even now, I kind of feel my throat tightening up. But what I've always admired about your teaching style is
Easy.
no. You
Yeah,
make
Kenny
them
was like,
want to
"Yeah."
learn. The kids remember more stuff coming out of your class than the classes that, if you force it down them, you test them, then it's gone. Then the knowledge is gone
Yeah,
after
they're
the
like,
test.
pizza. We had tacos today,
Stuff
by the
about
way.
Ed's class, these kids remember it and talk about it.
How,
and
Kenny, we had
it's interesting.
tacos. Did you get tacos?
Kenny was late to class?
Potatoes are lazy.
It's not new news.
We had tacos, potato olays, cookies. There's leftover cookies over there.
Potato Olays
But
are
anyway,
my
my
favorite thing in
class
the world.
my class project is kind of narrowing it down and creating the abstract for this.
Ooh.
And the problem is going to be focus, narrowing it down so that we can get it in.
Your problem is gonna be working with Gary Farmer, is what your
No, we can
problem is
handle
going to be.
Gary.
Oh, I can handle, twice during the thing, I think you.
As I
don't
quit,
care where he
I'm
is.
going home.
Because every time Gary would do something, I would go running, oh my God, Ed, you gotta go do this, you gotta, and Ed, after the first few times, he'd look at me and he'd go like this. Okay. About the 12th time, he was like, yeah, I don't care where he is, it's not even my problem. Remember when he just, if you.
He just left.
Afterwards, he was always just ready to go. He would stay and take a few pictures, then he's ready to go. And if his ride wasn't there, he would take off walking. And he didn't know where he was.
Shall we have Gretchen tell her story about what? Come over here, Gretchen. No, when you went out afterwards and had him take your picture, what did he say? Gretchen is out there. She's all wait. She's all
She's
starstruck,
eating.
kind of like
She-
how you
well,
were.
wait a minute, she's eating.
Remember how you
Let's
were
let it
when you
go.
first met Gary? She
I
kinda-
was starstruck before I met Gary. You remember, the first time I met Gary, the first thing I saw was him getting off that bus, and it was over then.
No,
I
that was
knew.
like the second time.
I knew.
The
it
first
was
time
done.
he came, he was all dressed up, and the second time he came in his
First
shorts.
time is when I threatened to lay him out on the floor of the gym at the.
That was the second time.
That
The
was the
first time we
second
were
time?
very nice to him because he just spoke here. Second time was when he brought his
First
band
time
here.
is when he yelled at the kids.
No, that was the second time. But anyway, back to Gretchen. She was all. Back to Gretchen. She was all.
No, it's better if you tell it. Come on in.
No, we were. I'll set this up. It was after the first movie, and apparently I don't know who dropped the ball or if anybody dropped the ball. It was just Gary being Gary. We informed him that after the first show, we were going to have a question and answer. Then we're going to watch the second movie, and then after the second movie, we were going to have an actors workshop. And we had just got done doing the first question and answer period. After that, we were going to show the second movie. And then apparently Cindy told him about doing the actors workshop.
He was not happy.
He wasn't happy. No, what he didn't leave just then. What happened was, he wasn't. No one told me about that. And so we walk out, and there's a place to sit just outside of where we were showing the pictures, and Gretchen, a couple others came out. He was sitting there. Gretchen walks up to take his picture
Yeah, I'm
with
like,
him.
should I take a picture with them? Oh, I
With
got
the
it.
movie
Uh-huh.
star, she was all eyes aglaze.
Uh-huh.
She was agog.
I was just doing it for
And Gary's out there and sulking. He was a little put off that someone didn't tell him. And I think it was Cindy's fault for doing that. I think Cindy didn't do that.
That we had, Shirley had previously sent him the.
Anyway, whatever that was.
Yeah. So
But
that's
he's
that.
out there, and Gretchen's out there, and goes up to him, and
Politely, I say, "Can I get a picture with you?" If you, what do you say? If you must.
if you must,
If you must.
if you must.
So I'm like, look at Ed like,
No,
is it okay?
what was funny to me though, was he gives you this, if you must.
yeah, and then he cheeses.
And then he gives a real cheesy smile. If you look at your Facebook post, he's just smiling and you're just big,
Right,
grin like
then
that.
I'm like, is it okay if I post it on Facebook? If you must.
If you must.
But he's still my friend on Facebook, so
You're
I
still
guess we're
friends.
cool.
He's everybody's friend. But he was fine. I think the check cashed and I was,
And he had a great attendance at the workshop.
well, see,
Yeah, it
I
was-
I was going to say, after that, he just kind of does, Cindy's trying to throw you out.
Oh, yeah, so.
No,
that's
I'm good.
fine, man.
No. Afterwards, he kind of gets up and you come to me, oh, Gary's gone, he's leaving. And I walk out to see him and I was going to say, Gary, and he's just kind of walking away. I'm like, later, man. We'll see.
I know, he came back, he looked at me and he goes, I'm sure he'll be back. I was like, oh my God, he didn't want to do the acting workshop. Nobody told me about this. Nobody told me I have to do this. I was like, well, you're doing it. And he was, I was like, you're doing it. You're doing it. People have signed up, you're doing it. And so he gets up and off, and I'm looking at him thinking, you are so close. You are so close.
In his defense, what happens, the movie ends and I'm going to go up there and introduce we didn't know where he was at.
Yeah.
And I was gonna go, well, I'm just gonna go tell everybody, well, we'll see you next film. Just kind of have a dead period. And they turn a light. I'm fully prepared to go in there and say, well, thanks for coming. See you back at the next movie.
And I was having a heart attack.
The lights flip on, and who's sitting in the very front row?
Gary Farmer.
Gary Farmer. Taking the questions, so he was the professional.
And you know what? He goes from being the meanest man on the face of the earth to Mr. Movie Star, smiling. And I'm looking at him thinking, oh my God, 2 more days with you. 2 more. But in the rest of the people, Irene Bedard could not have been nicer.
Very nice lady.
She came to all the movies. She was the most patient woman on the face of the earth with the people wanting autographs and stuff. So was Chris Eyre. Farmer was good if you were under 20 and cute.
No, it was a fun weekend.
And you know what? To be honest with you, one of my favorite movies of the whole thing was that Johnny Knoyer movie.
Was it?
That was a really, but it's also about Rosebud.
That one rose butter thing?
Mhm.
Yeah, it was all right.
We had to go to a different room because it was so packed full of people that wanted to go to the workshop. That was
Yeah.
We all went to another big room,
Yeah.
and it was full.
You know, and I liked where we had the film festival. That was a good room to have that festival in.
Wasn't that my idea?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, because you teach classes there. Kaneko would have been nice if they would have originally put us in a big room. Kaneko would like to have us back again next year for the opening one,
And a light.
downstairs. Well, and that's what I told him. We're gonna have to, kind of renegotiate. But who knew over 100 people were gonna show up for that first night?
I think it was
mean,
like 150.
we had no way of knowing how many people were gonna show up. Because the year before, there was maybe, 30 people?
Okay, so we finished November Film Festival.
It was fabulous. And then we had the amazing graduation.
Now all we
Our
have to
own
do is
John
pay the bill,
Free.
huh?
Yeah, we got that taken care of today. We started
Oh,
rolling
good.
on that today. I got that taken care of. And, you know, if we can continue this every year, we've got Native Heritage Month taken care of without even having to worry about it. The thing that's hard about Native Heritage Month is we end up copying each other. This year, Creighton and Metro had 2 speakers that were appearing at both schools. That's kind of redundant. So if we do it, we kick off Native Heritage Month every year,
Ooh,
and then
did
we're
she say
done.
just redundant?
I did.
I thought
I'm
you
a
know.
professor, man. I'm using those big words now. In fact, I'd like you to call me Professor Krafka.
No,
Please?
No.
Just once?
no?
When I get my PhD, you're calling me doctor, or I won't answer.
Okay. When you do, I will.
I'll still do your dirty work, but you're gonna have to call me doctor to ask me
All
to
right,
do it.
so we get through November and we have
Our
December.
honoring.
Now, we had a stellar group graduate, including
Our very own beloved John Free.
I don't know if he's mine. I don't know if I'm claiming
He's
him.
mine. I'm claiming him.
You can
He's-
have him.
He's family.
He's in my class.
Well, quit making him sit in dwarf-sized desks.
No, I did. No, I told
I
him.
met little people.
I got him out of the desk and I put him in one of the chairs. Because he's, I'm you can't sit in these chairs. But don't sit there, John. Go sit. Nice big chair over here. Go sit there.
I was so proud
And
of
he
him. It was a good graduating class.
They were all right. I wouldn't say good.
You know what, Monica, the drops this year were beautiful. I loved that material. You did a really good job. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, we should we'd move on. Next topic.
And then it was Christmas break, and thank God, I was ready to be on break. By the end of the film festival and the end of powwow, those are my two,
Graduation.
I'm done. Graduation, I barely make it through. Speaking of which, Sarah, you're probably gonna have to get a room for graduation this year, because Milo Bale's gonna be completely under renovation.
Well, that's we can take care of that. We'll deal with it.
I like this room. Yeah,
Yeah, I
that
don't think
room
we
in
can
there
do
is plenty
graduation
big
here.
enough.
It's kind of small.
Yeah, yeah, that one where they did the strategic planning meeting that you weren't at, but I was for 4.5 hours.
Oh, good.
I know.
We had graduation, and then does anything else happen? No.
We had Christmas, which was, I had a great Christmas. How's yours?
It was great.
How many people are living in your house right now?
Couple.
How many? Let's add it up.
I'm
8
happy
people.
that all of them are there.
You are such a good man, because I'd be throwing people out left and right.
I would throw you out before I
Oh.
throw any of the.
I'm living
out
with
right now.
Monica when I'm old, so
She'd
you
throw
better
you
just
out,
get
too.
used to it. Monica and I'll be,
Yeah, we did.
Wow.
We had a house full.
what's it like to feed 8 people? Oh, that's true. That's true. This year, you know what I did for the Christmas? I'm a grandma now. I bought the meat, and that was all I did. They prepared the meal, they did everything, and I just relaxed. Oh, I baked, but you know I know. I owe you chocolate chip cookies. I know it.
I know. I went over there to
do.
get them, and
I've
they
got
weren't over
it.
there.
I've got, this weekend, I will be baking.
Yep. I went there and dropped off your present, and you.
Which, by the way, was the most fabulous Christmas present in the world. We got film posters. I know, I'm hanging mine too. First I have to paint mine. Oh, painting party, girls. We're gonna have a painting party at Cindy's. What fun. None of my friends are, my friends are all not looking at me. I still haven't painted my living room from when the tree fell in the house.
Do you have any friends left after that? Not me.
Don't worry, no one's gonna ask you to help if there's any work to be
That's
done.
good, because I'm pathetic when
I
it
know.
comes to that. Yeah.
I try to be pathetic, but I'm a single mom, so I can't be. I try and act like I don't know how to do stuff. Yeah, pink eye. I got viral pink eye.
Oh, that's
That was
right. That was
bad.
during Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah, that was really bad. And you know.
You know what? All that was a good excuse for people to not invite you over for Thanksgiving.
Well, you know what I did is I put the picture of it out so everybody could see I was banned from Thanksgiving. My daughter-in-law, I couldn't even go into Lincoln. But so I stayed home and ate chocolate all day. It was
Well,
kind of
shall-
one of the best
shall-
Thanksgivings ever.
Shall we give, since we were at the New Year, shall we give Cassie
Yeah,
a shot at
first,
the-
real quick, I would like to send out our best wishes to one of our very, very good friends, Donnell Keeler. Just had a little surgery. Donnell, we hope you're feeling better. We got prayers coming your way. You are part of our family. So let's all say a little prayer that Donnell is having a good day after his surgery.
Yeah, we need an update too.
Yeah. Wanda,
Oh, and
if
when
you're
can we
listening,
come visit? Because I know he's in pain, probably doesn't want to see,
Yeah,
especially your
no.
face.
I'm his sister.
That would probably
Donnell and I laugh.
probably make him hurt more.
You know how like you meet,
Cindy, oh man.
I would hit you in the head, but Monica's sitting right there. When a lady walked up to me at Walmart, which is of course where all the Indians hang out. In this town, I could go 2 weeks without seeing an Indian. Walmart, there we are, hi. And I'd seen
Especially
this,
around first of the month.
there's this one elderly lady
Yeah,
in the
yeah, I know.
community, or after blood donation time. There's this one elderly lady in the community that we had seen each other, but we didn't really know each other. And she walks up to me and I said, "Hi, how are you doing?" And I said, "Do you know me?" And she says, "Yeah, you're Donnell Keeler's sister." I said, yeah, I am. Have a good day. So Donnell and I laugh. Well, we're both Lakota, and we're both clearly incredibly good-looking people. Watch what you say. You're talking about Donnell now. Watch it. I feel you. I feel you trying to think of a way to make fun of me without bringing Donnell into it, but I don't think he... Look, his hand is moving. That means he's thinking. If his ears start moving and his eyes start twitching, he can't think of a response, and he's getting ready to...
No, Donnell, brother, if you weren't in the hospital, man, sorry, I'd have to.
Yes,
I'd have
it's
to take you
time
down.
for our beautiful Cassie's Corner time.
All right, Cassie, take it. No, she's got that Patriot shirt on. She got
She's a
promoting the
jock.
white man mascot.
She's such a jock.
Hi, out there, cyber world. I don't have too much to say today. A couple things going on in Omaha area for Native people. Well, for anybody actually. The Nice Powwow is coming up on Saturday. That's through OPS, and that is on Saturday from 1. And they're feeding at 5 o'clock, I believe, right, Gretch? Yeah. And it's at Turning Point, and the address for Turning Point is, and I'm sorry, I don't have the address. Maybe Monica will bring that up for me. Or you could post that, Monica.
Would you like to tell them about one of the fabulous new jewelers in town?
Yes, and there will be vendors there. There will be a couple of people very close to me who will be selling their jewelry, their beautiful native jewelry. And then the other thing I wanted to mention is in April we have been approved for our prime time again. So I will let the community know more about that the closer it gets to April. So families, we welcome you to Primetime Family Reading. Let's see, nice second annual Youth Powwow starting January 17th, Saturday. And it's at Turning Point Gymnasium, which is located at 3223 North 48th Street.
For those of you that know Big Mama's Kitchen, it's supposedly
Yeah, it is. It's close to Big Mama's Kitchen. So, and that starts at 1 o'clock. At 5 o'clock is the community meal. $100 to the first 4 drums. Head young lady is Victoria Brown. She's Southern. Oh no, she's from South High School. And head young man is Michael DeLeon, and he's also from South High School. And the arena director is Nathaniel Miller, and he is from. I can't read that high school. Oh, he's from. How do you say that, Greg? High school. Okay, and then let's see what else is going on. The color guard. We've got 3 color guards. So you're all welcome to come out. It's going to be a beautiful day on Saturday too, so there's no excuse not to come. So, and that's all I've got for Cassie's Corner today. Bye. Go Patriots!
Pittsburgh's my team. I'm a Pittsburgh girl. I know, but that's the only team I like because my dad was from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Born and raised. I like the Packers. Yeah.
So you going to the powwow this weekend?
I'm having a table, UNO table.
Are you?
So I'll be there to help anybody who wants to talk about getting into any college. I will certainly help anybody get in anywhere
They didn't
wanna go.
invite me back to MC, so I don't.
Weren't you helping one of the
No, I was helping Landon last year.
Landon last year?
With those fit.
Me too. If they didn't invite you back, I'm not going either.
Yeah, weren't you a head woman dancer last year?
I stand behind my table and just watch everybody
Alright.
walk.
It was a good effort. It was a good powwow last year for the first time, and hopefully they'll
It's a kids'
have
powwow.
a
I
successful
mean,
time.
is there anything more fun than watching the little ones
Yeah, you know what's
Hey,
fun.
you
You know
know
what's
what
funner
has
than you know what's
happened?
funner than that?
not going at all watching TV at BYU on football?
No, watching you chase after an M&M's head first on.
He's never
Remember
gonna let
that?
me forgive that.
That kid?
Never, never.
That was we should have had that on video. Jeez.
Remember
the
those
best.
days? Remember back to the very, and then when we finally got it on video, all it videoed was my back.
But that was better than watching any kind of powwow.
Well, once your head fills the screen, nobody else can see anything. Bam, bam, right.
Was she making a joke at me, Kenny?
Bam.
I didn't even hear it.
I sit and think about these things, just so you know.
So we have any
How
knuckleheads
can I get Ed? Well, we can't. Yes.
besides you?
Well, yes. You know what? Hey, I forgot to tell you. 2 very important things happened to me over the break. First of all, I have a beautiful granddaughter.
And the
Sophia.
second one, she got released from parole.
And the second one is her father is marrying her mother. They got engaged on New Year's Eve, so
I
my
guess
son
that's
is
always a
getting
good thing.
married. I know. My son is getting married.
Well, we have 2 listeners?
No, you have 2 new grandchildren.
Oh, okay.
And would you like to make any family announcements?
Oh, we have 2 new grandchildren, and my daughter's back from
I
Argentina.
know.
Yay.
We love you kids, we really do, but there is nothing better than grandkids. Oh,
We
they're
had,
so much better than your own kids.
We have Victoria Elise
Ooh.
and Audrey Lou,
Are people? Oh, that is so pretty.
named after Lou comes from her grandma.
Oh.
You know.
Sophia Rose is my granddaughter's name, and that's both my dad's mother and my mom's mother. Sophia and Rose. Only they're spelling it Sofia.
Huh?
Yeah. I'd never, ever, ever had. My grandma, we Bubba. Well, she weighed 350 pounds, but that was also the word for grandma in Yugoslavian. Bubba's name was Sophie, Sophia.
I think that's where they get that Bubba reference from.
Bubba.
Anyway, we're any knuckleheads besides
It hurts
Sandy.
me. See, the knuckleheads is always real hard for me when it's someone that I should be backing, but I can't find a way.
who you,
The Democratic senator who voted, no, the Democratic senator who voted down, one of 2 Democratic senators who voted down the immigration thing. From our state.
and what else did he vote in
He
favor of?
voted for the pipeline. A Democrat. I seriously could cry. I'm appalled. I am appalled at my own party.
And Agog.
I'm appalled.
Okay.
I'm switching to independent.
Are you
The
are
Democrats have
you
lost me.
are you officially nominating House Representative
Brad Ashford.
Brad Ashford as knucklehead of
Yes,
the-
but there have been so many more. How about the gentleman who's helping the pipeline? That'd be a really good.
What do you mean,
know,
gentlemen?
We won't mention any names because one of us is a tribal member, fellow tribal member. But how
And
about
one of
the
us might
native-
be related to him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
How about the natives who are working with the pipeline, trying to convince the Indians that it's good for them? That's gotta be a bad one too, eh?
Who knows?
appalled.
It might be me.
I'm appalled.
No.
I'm appalled. But I wish there was somebody better. I haven't heard a word.
Yeah, Indian of the week. That depends on what your perspective is.
Yeah. Has anybody heard a word about the mascot issue? It seems to have just died, doesn't it? It really does. I haven't seen anything in print since before Christmas. Football season's over.
Do you know
Football
why?
season's over.
Because they flamed out and
Burned.
lost like 90% of their games.
Karma is a bitch.
Same with the Kansas City team. Oh, you know what? You know what was my favorite though?
What?
My favorite was when Florida State got beat. I
You know
can't
what, though?
stand
Florida State says the Seminoles gave them permission.
They did.
For how much
No,
Mazza?
see, do I have? I probably need to.
Please do.
They're probably not going to listen anyway.
We're talking.
Yeah, we're just showing.
The
You guys want
stars
microphones or
of
what?
the show are trying to have a
Huh?
conversation. We're stars.
No, the Seminoles from Florida did give approval, and it was asked. And here's my. I think the rationale for saying yes, because the entire mascot and how they portray the mascot is a big fallacy. It's a lie. But they continue to perpetuate that because the Seminoles down in Florida. Is it Kenny? He doesn't know. What?
Clearly, he doesn't hang on your every word like I do.
Yeah, I know. But they have many business enterprises, including casinos and hard rock restaurant types of things. And what would happen to those business entities if the tribe were to withdraw their support for the Seminole name? Who frequents their casinos and their hard rock cafes and hotels and Seminole fans?
So let me ask you this then. Is there a way to have a good mascot?
No. The only good Indian mascot is a dead Indian mascot.
So do the Seminoles do the chop?
Yes,
Or
they're the ones that
hoodoo?
invented the chop.
How do the Seminoles then raise their children with pride when they go there?
Per cap payments. They're rich. And really, are you going to care about that as long as that check keeps cashing?
Boy, that is just heartbreaking, though. It's like it's winning a little battle but losing the war. Is my analogy
No, I think
correct?
I think in their minds they're winning the war and just forfeiting the battles. Look, we'll give up on that so long as that we're able to open this business, this casino, that stuff. And to them, I'm just surmising this. That's the battle.
The only thing I ever knew about the Seminoles is they invented alligator wrestling.
And I have to say this, I'm not justifying their actions, but I can see that point of view.
Well, here's the thing. Are their children being fed because of it? I mean, and that's where the problem comes for me is, I don't know, Ed, it's just such a tough thing. It's wrong. I mean, trying to find justification for the mascot, trying to do like you teach us to do, look at both sides of the question. I just can't find a reason to quantify a native mascot. I find a good thing.
Hey, my other grandkids are here from Utah. See, I'm the only one bringing viewers to this
Grandkids in.
thing. See, we just tripled our viewership.
My favorite thing is I'll call my son's house on FaceTime and one of my grandkids gets the phone. It's a 2-hour conversation. I see everything in their house. I see what he's playing with. And every once in a while, I'll say, "Where's Dad or Mom?" "I don't know."
Do you want me to deconstruct the Seminole?
Yes,
No, you don't.
I do.
That's my class lecture.
Really?
Yeah.
when you do that,
Actually,
call
it's
me, I'll
gonna,
go
it'll be
over.
part of our, if we can squeeze it in there, the documentary.
Is your documentary gonna be basically about the Redskins?
No, it's gonna be about whatever Gary wants it to be about.
Cause you know he has a lot of thoughts.
Yeah. I'm going to present a kind of an abstract, what I want to do, and it's quite lengthy, isn't it, Kenny? Kenny thinks it's like 2 or 3 different documentaries.
Might be.
Yeah, so, and whatever Chris and Gary,
You know what
'Cause
you're
who
gonna-
am I? I'm
You
not-
know what
I'm
you're gonna
nobody.
end up doing?
nothing.
Being between Chris and Gary's fight.
No.
I don't see those two working together well. Gary knows everything and Chris knows everything.
They probably won't even touch it. So I present this to them and they're like, nah.
I know, but can we tell?
No,
Oh. I don't think it was a real happy experience for Chris.
for what?
Shall we, working together?
Oh, yeah, it was. Shoot, those guys were partying up. They were having a good, I mean, sure, there were times when, Chris Air tells a story how they had to draw the line in the sand and, tell Gary to stay within those. But, that happens everywhere. It's not always, happy times. You have
You've
to go
never
through-
tried to draw the line in the sand with me?
Oh, yes, I have. You just don't
I didn't
listen to me.
listen.
But, anyway,
I have all kinds of lines. to choose.
the Seminoles getting beat for me in the playoffs was sweet.
Mhm.
Can't stand them.
You know what, though? I'm a coach's daughter. I hate all Florida teams equally. Anytime we played a Florida team, it was bad. It was just bad. They are the worst fans. They are the rudest people.
No, University of Utah fans are.
The only time we had to be there was 2 places in the United States we had to be escorted in, the coaches' families had to be escorted in and out by cops, was at the Orange Bowl when we played a Florida team, or anytime we played Colorado.
Or when you went into Pine Ridge. When Rosebud played Pine Ridge.
Stop it.
When He Dog.
I'm welcome in Pine Ridge.
No, you're not.
I'm welcome in the Bud.
No, you're not.
It's you who can't go back.
I can't go to Macy, Winnebago, Santee.
Rosebud.
Rosebud. Where else?
I'm sure they wouldn't like you in Pine
Reno
Ridge.
Sparks Indian Colony.
What was that last one?
Reno Sparks Indian Colony.
What is that?
It's like a little res right by Reno.
Nevada?
Yeah.
What kind of Indians?
The Reno Sparks Shoshone, I think.
I've never met a Shoshone Indian.
Yeah. Well, you
Yeah,
you want to hear the
have.
story?
Yeah,
Wanna hear the story?
yeah.
I
I live for your stories.
I that's where I encountered. Actually, sort of ran into him. Her son was gonna introduce me to. No, I already know who he is. This guy, his name is Arlen Melendez. He was chairman of the Reno Sparks Indian Colony, and I represented a client out there. We had a big trial. It actually was a tribal court judge. It was my friend. He was up on some charges, and it was a whole week-long trial. It was a big thing. I fought it tooth and nail for about a year, and I called the chairman and a lot of the council members on the stand, cross-examined them, and sort of messed with them, and we win jury trial. The case was dismissed, but the tribe, Arlen Melinda, they spent a lot of money. They brought in a special prosecutor who happened to be the state some elected official who was supposed to be this big cheese litigator that they spent a lot of money to bring in, and they had some little old me come in, litigating against her.
I've seen your lawyer face. You are no joke.
And we won, and afterwards, what happened was they wanted to sue civilly because of damage to all, and I don't do the civil stuff all that much, and I said it's gonna be tough but here's what happened. So my friend filed a civil lawsuit, and I said, look, you guys are on your own. I'm not gonna mess with it. And I did the criminal one for nothing, but. Then Arlen Melendez, who was the chair of Sparks Indian Colony, Harry Reid nominated him to sit on the United States Civil Rights Commission, Arlen Melendez. And it just made the front page of Indian Country and all that other kind of stuff. And I called my friend up. I said, I went in on the civil suit because I was going to, I said, look, let's bring a federal civil rights violation under the Indian Civil Rights Act against Arlen Melendez, who just gets put on the U.S. Commission on Civil Rights. And so we get the petition ready to go. We send it to their attorneys, and we're like, we're going to file this. Do you want us to file this, or are you going to settle with us? And I'm sure some young guy who was really cocky, and about sovereignty and tribal stuff. You can't. Yeah, I know it's tough. I know. I've been at this a while, but I'll tell you what. I can make a strong enough argument to get it to file in federal district court, and I'll make sure that all of the news outlets know that Chairman Arlen Melendez is subject to a federal Civil Rights Act violation in federal court after just being named to the Commission on Civil Rights.
I bet he wet his pants.
Oh, well,
He settled?
they settled. We had a check in 2 days. Oh, that was fun.
How long was he on
You know what
this
was
committee?
fun about that?
Winning.
Not necessarily winning, as I had this cocky attorney, because for the most part, people don't respect me. They don't.
See, and I've seen a very different side. I don't know why I was in court with
No,
you,
no.
but I watched you educate the judge, and I was trying so hard not to laugh, because when Ed goes like this, he's got something to say. And I was sitting back there trying really hard not to laugh, but Ed was like, that's not quite right. And he was teaching the judge what he should have been doing, and I was sitting there, I was thinking, any trouble I ever get in, that's my first call.
But what I enjoyed about it is I'm sure they sent some snot-nosed guy who was, oh yeah, I know what I'm talking, just to try to intimidate me. I'm like, yeah, I don't care. Go ahead, I'll file
You
this.
work with students, nothing can
I said,
intimidate
I'll
you.
file this, and we win. If it gets thrown out, it gets thrown out. But I think at least the public should know that there's this allegation of civil rights violations here, and Chairman Melendez will have to justify that. And so after he did all that, and anyway, it was just fun. You're like, well, I'll send us an offer. Well, I'll take it back to them. And it was like 2 days.
That
they had
would
to
be
check.
fun. That would
Had
be
to check.
fun. We're talking about.
But
bringing-
anyway, I saw him. I saw him at NCAI, and we were going up, and her son, Kiki, the big cheese guy. We were walking around and says, "Oh, there's Chairman Melendez. You want me?" I said, "No, I already know him."
Did he recognize you?
And I said,
Did he give you the bug eyes?
"No," I said, "I don't think he wants to meet me."
I would have gone right
So-
up to him and shook his hand.
No,
Hi,
no,
remember
it's
me?
I don't think he remembered me because he walked, because kid saw him coming and says, "Oh wait, no, that's all right." And so he just kind of walked by. It was early 2000s when it happened, so it was a period of time ago. But I'm sure he doesn't remember me. But if I were to say, "Hey, remember when we had and you settled that civil suit back in," I'm sure he would have.
How long did he sit on that committee?
I don't know. I think there was a 4-year term.
Is it against the law to make a verbal promise to some women that you're going to feed them Chinese food and then never do it? Because I might need a lawyer.
No comment.
Hold on, do you need to take the shuttle? Wait 1 minute and I'll drive you over there. We're done, it's 4.
Yeah, we're pretty close to being done here. But our knucklehead of the week is we kind of digress.
I kind of like Brad Ashford this week.
Well, it's one and only because I don't have any others.
Okay, Brad Ashford.
And
A
it's
Democrat.
for
It
or for
hurts
what?
me. For the pipeline and for voting down the immigration law.
Well, maybe he's my Indian of the week nominee.
He's white,
Well,
so he can't be your Indian of the week.
maybe he's my hero Indian of the week.
are you trying to send a bunch of moms home, back to their country?
No,
and
I'm just
rule
trying to
over
do
children?
whatever is opposite of
Opposite of
you.
what I do. You should be happy. I nominated a Democrat. Happen again in the history
It
of the
doesn't
world?
matter to me. I don't care. Like I said, knucklehead is knucklehead, whether it's Republican, Democrat, or independent, or whatever.
Now I have a Mexican
Kenny,
grandchild, so watch out.
whatever.
Suddenly, I am becoming very big into Latino rights.
All right. Well, we got the show
Thank you for
under
coming back.
our belts.
Here's what we're trying to do. We're
No one
trying to
came
make it
back.
so that you all know every Thursday, 3 o'clock, we will be here.
We've been saying that for like
Monica,
10 years
if
now.
you could get me some kind of flyer and email it to me tomorrow, I'll make 100 copies and hand them out
Listen,
at the
you're
film
giving
festival.
orders.
I said if you would. Clearly, again, you weren't listening to me.
I'm
I
going
would-
to send you.
You,
You
I
get
would-
this back to me.
You, I would order around. Monica, I never would. Monica, I will ask politely and lovingly and maybe promise her a pair of earrings.
Wait till we get that check for the last thing she did.
Yep, I'll make a call. They don't listen to me either though, Monica.
Anyway, it's been a I don't know, it was kind of a so-so show for
I think it's been a great show.
You think
I'm
so?
back. I look good. I've lost 3 pounds. Hello.
Jerry Farmer, see what he.
yeah, send this, put this up on Gary's link
You're
and
such a big dog, Gary.
no, Gary's my homeboy. I don't know about you. You're talking
Irene's
bad
my
about
home
him.
girl. I'll
Irene
stick
was
with
very
that.
sweet.
She was so embarrassing to stand next to, though, because the woman literally weighs 10 pounds. I felt like Dumbo the elephant standing next to her, my double chin waving in the air. We'll be back next Thursday, 3 o'clock.
Bye, kids.
Let
Bye.
me know if there's anything you
Grandpa
want us to
loves
talk
you.
about. Bye. You know, we gotta quit having the show. Listen to them. They don't care.
I know.
They don't care.
This is a studio here.
God, the
Man.
talent's trying to work.
Come on, Kenny, keep track of these. We'll see you next week.
See you
maybe.
next week.